Uh, Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Institution of Global Professional Free webinar. Thank you all for joining with us in this wonderful evening. My lovely audience, today I am your host. My name is Yanis Akhtar. I am from Bangladesh. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to be associated with IGP as a global member. Uh, Thank you all for joining us today in this marvelous evening, and it's my humble request to all of you is to with us till the end. Don't forget to tag, mention, and share your friends. So let's together and learn together. Dear participant, we have our speaker. Uh, let's welcome our speaker. Welcome, sir, Dr. Mohammad Yasin. Good good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
Sir, you can share your presentation.
Okay, yes, I'm going to share. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Dr. Muhammad Yasin, Assistant Professor, National Textile University, Faisalabad. I'm going to share my opinion with you on the topic of modern trends in education. First of all, I am thankful to AGP to invite me and give me honor to speak on this topic. So, I'm going to start. First of all, I would like to share what is the role of education. We all know that education is a significant sector in any nation, being a major investment in human capital development. Education means a form of self development in the sphere of learning, knowledge, skills, and habits to be conveyed from one generation to the next. Looking back and flipping the pages of history, the importance of education for economic, social, and moral development of any nation can be observed. Henceforth, education is one of the foremost human rights to be given priority and provided to all human beings solely by reason of being human. And what are the modern trends? Trends, the word justifies the tendency of a system with several educational options available to students today. New trends are emerging in this field, which has completely changed the traditionally held perceptions about education in the globe. For over a century, education has remained largely unchanged. A classroom full of students, deferring to the wisdom of an all knowing professor, has been and many believe will continue to be the acceptable mode of instruction. Despite many technological advances and the introduction of new pedagogical concepts, the majority of today's classrooms continue to utilize this traditional mode. Means in modern trend, there is no need of the classrooms filled with the students along with a professor or a teacher to teach them on a orthopedic way. which was going on in our own age. And what is the need of the hour? It is getting both smaller and bigger at the same time. Our world shrinks as technologies now allow us to communicate both synchronously and asynchronously with peers around the world. Conversely, the explosion of information now available to us expands our view of the world. As a result of the ability to communicate globally and the information explosion, education must change. Most educators might not want to change, but the change is coming. It is a matter of when, not if. The challenge is to prepare the children of today for a world that has yet to be created, for jobs yet to be invented, and for technologies yet under dreams. I mean, we have to prepare not only ourselves, our institutions, but our youngsters to the coming years and the need of the coming uh, era, which type of job and education the coming years required from us, we will have to be ready for it. And now we come towards the nano learning concept. The information age has brought with it a decline in attention spans and an increase in screen fatigue. Our brains are bombarded with the distracting alerts and notification day in day out. They respond to these signals with an increase in the stress hormones cortisol. As a result, we are physically unable to concentrate and process large amounts of information because we are giving the education to our youngsters according to the way we had already learned by our teachers and in our institutions. So we are unable to satisfy the minds of the young generations. So we have to change accordingly. Now, so how do we approach this problem in the classroom when the students are not going to listen us, are not going to follow the old methodology of the education? The answer may lie in nano learning. Means we have to adopt the nano learning. In a nutshell, nano learning is a bit-sized learning solution. It involves providing students with information in smaller amounts over a shorter period of time. It doesn't mean that a number of the people who are present at the time might be there if they are 40 to 50 years old. They just think about their own uh, schooling or the college learning which happened there. We have a load of the books and a lot of lessons has been delivered by our teachers to us. But now, learning in short bursts is proven to increase our ability to take in and retain information by providing our students with small pelt like bits of information, we are much more likely to increase their productivity, capture their attention, and aid their ability to learn. Means if we limitize our time in the classrooms, we give a very short lecture to the students so that they may not be bored in the classrooms. In this way, they can produce, we can say, a suitable result which we want to get by them. And what is the key for effective nano learning? There are four keys for effective nano learning in the classroom. Number one, identify the student's needs. Yes, first of all, we have to confine on the needs of the student. We will have to identify it. Then, set the learning objectives. On every lecture, we have to set its objectives and choose our contents, that is the videos, apps, and podcasts mean to make our lecture attractive. We have to choose that different technologies are different things to attract the attention of the students. And number four, keep it short, recommended within 2 to 5 minutes. If the lecture is about 2 to 5 minutes, then the students can easily grasp it, understand it, and then we can. It doesn't mean that the our classroom duration must be for 5 minutes. It means that we have to deliver the lecture for 5 minutes only and then involve them different, we can say that a question answer methods. We can give them any, we can say that project concerning to that lecture and motivate them so that they can answer us and can easily, we can say, they understand and can we check their application too. Now come to the project based learning, which I have already discussed. Project based learning is a teaching method that actively engages the students in real life projects. The idea is that students learn by doing, with teachers acting as a hands on facilitator. Here, in this mode, the teacher is just a facilitator. He can give them any topic, anything which can be useful or beneficial in their practical life. And the objective is to have students investigate and respond to an authentic, engaging, and complex question or issue. They will develop critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication skills, all of which are highly sought after 21st century skills valued by employers. As myself is related to the Textile University, Faisalabad, Pakistan, in, in our university, we have to change our syllabus time by time to engage them according to the need of the industry. Even my subject is Islamic studies, but in spite of this, I change my syllabus after 2 years and I include only those topics, hadiths or the Quranic verses in the syllabus which are concerned to the practical life of the students. Just like I can give you a single example, this time in new syllabus, I include the few verses of Surah Nur concerning to the modesty and we can say parda or veil, so that the students can understand the need and the real concept of these things. And other subject, yes, just like a fashion design or I could say the textile design, other things, we contact to the industries and we try to learn their need. So we include all these things and then we start project and give the projects to the students so that they can easily understand the need of the industry and then they are able to fulfill their need there. Okay, what types of topics for the projects might be finding solutions to a local environment problem. As we know that environment is the greatest issue and that is the global issue. Secondly, coming up with the alternative energy sources. Yes, as you know that this time uh, our sources which are we can say the electricity or the natural gases sources, they are decreasing day by day. So the project should be for the art to search out the alternative energy sources. Then analyzing photography or photojournalism, then voicing opinions on a popular debate. Yes, can we can choose any one topic, then we can involve the students to make a debate on this topic. In this way, we will be able to get the positive results and might be during the debate we can send we can get a very good ideas from the students debates and topics. Now, what is its method? Put students in groups of 4 or 5, ask them to brainstorm some ideas for their project, have cross feedback and choose the one they will focus on. Then ask students to research their particular subject area together. Next, ask them to put together a presentation digitally so they can practice using design and technology. And finally, ask students to present their project to the rest of the class and encourage feedback and discussion. Means we will have to divide our class into different groups, give different projects to them, and motivate them. First of all, we have to clarify their minds with the brainstorming, and when they are able to clarify their minds, then give them a particular time frame area that you are given a time of a week or 2 weeks, for example. They may go to library or can use modern techniques and can make their project, present them in front of their class fellows, and then uh, get the feedback from other class fellows so that whether the project they had prepared is practicable or not. Now we come towards the experi- experimental learning. Student designing is on the increase. Often teachers find them on their mobile phones, zoning out or talking to friends. However, a new way to tackle this is gaining momentum. enter experiential learning. Now, common in schools worldwide, this learning approach involves immersing students in real world situations. It offers first hand experience in which they need to practice planning, decision making, teamwork, and more, etc. It means when we have divided the students in a different group, then it becomes necessary for the teacher to have a look on their activities. See whether all the students of a single group are busy in the activities or discussion with each other, or some of the students are busy in using their mobile phones or in a social media. So we have to engage all the students in the project so that everyone may be able to know or able to understand the teamwork and how can he decide any matter or how to plan. So everyone should be able to do it. This can be done only when all the students are engaged in their project and discussions. And which type of the experiential learning activities are? First of all, collaborative exercise. Provide students with a problem or debate in a teams and ask them to come up with ideas and solutions. This could be a philosophical debate or a mock business problem to get them thinking about a range of scenarios. Means, first of all, the teacher should give a problem or a topic of a debate to a group and ask them to give different ideas of its solution and ask them to think for a while and then try to give different ideas that if this situation is increased in your business, if you are a businessman, then how can you tackle this one? Number two, role play. Get students to act out different scenarios. An imaginary situation can teach students how different actions and behaviors can affect outcomes. Yeah, yes. We can make an imaginary business. For example, if you're going to discuss the different methods about this business, yes, say to the students, yes, it is your business. And you are, we can say, that a factory owner, we can say, then you are facing such type of the problems. And being the owner or the head, how can you solve them? It means if we give an idea and imaginary things to the students and then ask him or the groups to find out the solutions. And the number three, then come toward the field one. Students are asked to go out and collect data. This could be done online through questionnaires and surveys, which can then be presented to the class. Field work is very important in modern trends of education because it enables the students to come out of the shell of the class to engage with the students, with the other community members, and to know the real concept and the real facts. And this can be done through, yes, we can send the questionnaires, or we can say they can make some surveys with it. And in our state, every year the final students are sent to a market, and they are given, we can say that a few pennies or few, we can say that the amount, and told them to buy the different things and then sell them. In the evening, the teacher come there, and then he observe how much things the particular student has sold out. What was his behavior with the customers? Means they are practically engaged in the marketing style. So this is the experimental way or the activities which can involve our students according to the need of the atmosphere or the class or the lecture we are delivering to our students. Now, I conclude the topic. Education plays a pivotal role in developing a country in every aspect, be it social, cultural, or moral development. Accordingly, the role of education in the national development of a country can't be denied. Education is the platform that manipulates the needed manpower for national development. A developed and educated society is one that has enough manpower and each person occupies his or her rightful position to revolutionize the way people live. Not only does educating a nation with an aim to achieve the political, economic, social, moral, and cultural aspirations leads the country towards advancement, but also increases in individual knowledge and fosters national development. Hence, the leading ideology is that without education, a nation has no possible solutions to bring advancement and enlightenment within the country. But we have to adopt a new way of learning to pace with the time. Yes, this is the main thing. If we have to follow the old methods, the orthodox methods, we will remain behind with the other nations. We will not be able to consider or to uh, take our nation towards the advanced nation. So it is the need of the hour that our think tank should sit, gather together. They should feel the need of the country and which type of education is required for their country. And then they should make the syllabi according to it. The one thing is very important, that is the training of the teachers. If the teachers are not trained, what will happen? We can observe, especially in the coronavirus situation, when suddenly the whole of the world has to change towards the virtual education. The nations who were not ready for it and the teachers who were not able to know the use of the modern technology, we have observed that they could not teach their students properly, and which resulted a very bad effect on the economy of and the learning of the students. Therefore, it is necessary that the teachers, first of all, should be taught. They should be giving workshops, trainings, introduce them the new styles of learning. Then they can teach their students and can enable them to work for gaining the desired results which our country requires. So this is where we can say that a short description what is the modern trends of education, how can we prepare ourselves, and how can we be able to engage our students and to get a fruitful result. Yes, please, over to you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful presentation. Now we will go our quiz session. After our quiz session, we will come back in our question answer session. Okay, sir?
It's time for prayer in Pakistan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I have, it's time for prayer. I have to leave for it, please.
Yes, sir. You have to wait for some time.
Okay, okay.
Dear participant, now we'll start our quiz session. To join this session, you have to go slido.com. After that, you have to enter the code. The code is IGP3. Already 28 people join in our session. We are still waiting for your joining. So please join in our session. To join this session, you have to go www.slido.com. After that, you have to enter the code. The code is IGP3. আচ্ছা মাইক অফ করে দিছে আমার, কারণ আমার সব কথা শোনা যায়। Now we start our quiz session. Our first question: one of the trends of public relation is first option increased accountability to stakeholders. Second option decreased participation in community events. The correct answer is option 1, increased accountability to stakeholders. Question number 2, who was the right wing? Wrote many short stories, was inspired by the take of Genji and combined classic and modern trends. First option Kawabata Yasunari, second option Indu Shusaki. And the correct answer is option 1. Next question. Uh, Companies that invest in the education of their employees experience which of the following? First option, a decrease in overall profile. Second option, an increase in worker productivity. And the correct answer is option 2. Question number 4. What is the modern day term to cold for cold waving? First option alkyne palms, second option cold wave. And the correct answer is option 1 alkyne palms. And 48% people are right. Fifth now question. Edward Bernays was the father of modern public relation. Option 1 true, option 2 false. The correct answer is option 2 false. Sixth now question. RACE is an acronym for research, audience, communication, and education. First option true, second option false. And the correct answer is option 2 false. Our seventh question, if trends continue in the Middle East, what will be the most valuable commodity in 2040? First option second oil, second option water. And eighth now question, Dash the child of farmer selves was a pioneer in the modern African American hair care and cosmetics industry. First option Sarah Brie Tube, second option um, Francis Markel. And the correct answer is option 1. Ninth now question, why was Radcliffe abandoned within a year for a new settlement near modern-day Gage Street? Option 1, monsters were bad. Second option, the land was too hilly. The correct answer is option 1, monsters are bad. And our last question, push or pull? Higher standard of living services, including health and education in urban areas. First option push, second option pull. And the correct answer is option 2, pull. Congratulations, Jannatul Firdaus. Dear participant, we are so sorry our for our technical issue. In our quiz session, we have faced some technical issue. Congratulations, our top 10 quiz competition winner. Mm, Now we'll go our question answer session. After short video, we will start our question answer session. Hello, welcome back, sir.
Yes, please.
Uh, Dear participant, if you have any question, you can ask in our comment box. We are waiting for your question. Just উল্টাপাল্টা বলতেছে।
Mr. Flomi, thank you. Uh, your question is, what are the benefits and challenges of project-based learning? Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes. May I answer?
Yeah, sir.
Okay.
There is a question. Our first question.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
Good evening, sir. Are the benefits and challenges of project-based learning?
As we know, that project-based learning is basically a practical learning. In this
Yes.
learning, we have to enable the students to work lively and do the things are the things which we are required from them. In this type of learning, we have to face the challenge that when we have divided students in a group to do a project, and it is commonly observed that one or two students they do the project while the remaining students would just depend on them. So this is the greatest challenge. We have to involve every student in the project, and this is the best way that we can divide the topic into different, we can say that projects are different sub topics, and give any topic to any one of the students, and then ask them go and then find the solution of these things. When all the solutions come, then the group head, we can say, he can, with the help of other students, we can make it the fruitful or to write its conclusions. This is a very beneficial in many ways because it enables the students to work uh, in a group. They are able to go according to the project in the market or in the other fields. They can be engaged to other peoples. They can know the ideas of these peoples, and this can enhance their knowledge too. So I think the project-based learning is very important in present scenario. Yes, please.
Thank you, sir. Our second question. Good evening, sir. How effective is the bite-sized learning?
Bite-sized learnings mean simple thing that if we deliver a lecture or if we have a 40 minutes or 50 minutes in a lecture and we spend whole of this time in time in the delivering lecture, what will happen in the class? We see and observe that most of the students feel golden.
Um,
Short while for a very small and many times should be spent just like this you have made the question answer session. This will be helpful to engage all the students and we can ask the different things uh, we want to get to know that everyone is able to understand the topic or not. So we can say that this type of learning is better in present time.
uh, okay. Thank you, sir. Sir, thank you so much for your wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
Uh, Thank you,
Thank
Chef.
you for this
Chef,
honor.
you have knowledge with us. I hope everyone can learn from you.
Yeah, I'm really thankful to you and your institution.
Yes, sir. Sir, any last word for our participant?
Yeah, my last wording for your participant is that if the teachers are present here, they should make according to the need of the time. And if the students are there, they should also feel the need of their particular area and they should involve them in education, especially the education which is concerned and required of their particular area. They should avoid to get the we can say the education that the general education which has no need in future. So be practical, come towards the practical learning and involve them and must be a deep thinker. If they are deep thinker, they can be easily able to get their place in future in any area they require.
Thank you
Okay.
so much, sir, for your precious time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dear participant, now we'll share with you your webinar code. Our webinar topic is modern trends of education, and the code is our code is IGP2348. Our today program name is Modern Trends of Education and the code is IGP2348. Dear participate, our code is IGP2348. Thank you so much everyone for your active participation. Stay healthy and blessed. Thank you so much, everyone.